All right, welcome back, world, to another episode of the Hollywood Kippax podcast. I'm your co-host with the co-host, Alex, with my co-host as always. I'm almost forgetting my introduction now,
Yeah.
but with co-host of the co-host, Will Lopez. Will, how's it going?
What's up, guys?
Let's
We
open.
are back.
Let's open this one up.
Hey.
Synchronized. Three,
Yeah.
2, 1. There you go. Cheers.
Cheers,
All
my friend.
right. You almost thought that we were gone, right?
Yeah.
You almost thought. You would have thunk. You would have
You would've
thunk.
thunk.
But we are back,
Yes, sir.
baby. And, we even got Treasure Troller in the chat. I'm like, wow, holy crap. The gang's all back. We got George Daff in the chat, Treasure Troller.
There you go.
The stream is on now. We just need Cameron to chime in with some
Hey.
snarky quips.
We have a Pacifico
Yeah.
for George.
George.
There it is.
Sure wish you had a Pacifico. George, this one's for you. All right. Well, we are back. It's been busy. We're busy people. We're
busy
adults.
dudes, man.
We're working and we're doing different things in different places and stuff,
Yes, sir.
But back by popular demand, I would say.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were like, hey, where have you guys been?
Yeah.
And we were at the pub this weekend for the Liverpool City game, which was a solid dub, 3-0.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen this solid of a dub against Liverpool. I guess as far as I can remember.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
We always make that stain joke on this podcast. It's been a while. All right. But we will be getting into that result. We'll be talking about some Premier League results, Champions League, and then we're going to be getting into some city talking points here. But we just dive right into it. Will, what's your thoughts coming off of that dub?
Man, we got a solid ass team, bro. These guys are coming into their they're growing into their cleats, like we're starting to see some good ball out there, you know what I mean? Especially after this fucking game after Liverpool, everybody was on lock. Everybody looked good. It's everybody's doing their job.
It's like this new look City team finally with a rubber meets the road, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like where this team's actually coming together. You know what I mean? Because we bought significant pieces in the winter and in the summer, and then some players that have been in the squad now. I mean, Doku's not a spring chicken anymore. He's been in the squad now for 3 years. But dude, that dude was balling his brains out. I've never seen Doku that hungry in a match. And I think the game that comes to mind about Doku a long time ago was that Bournemouth game when he was like we're early in his tenure at City, where it's like a 5-0 game and he got like how many goals, like a brace or hat trick or whatever.
Yeah.
But like this is I'm gonna call this episode the Doku revenge game, where he just got revenge on the critics and showed everyone that he's meant to stay with the squad. And so man, that game definitely just had some interesting moments in it, but as we could say, we'll get right into it. In the penalty in the 8th minute, that was penalty on Doku. What's it? Madmashvili.
Yeah.
His back foot clipped Doku, sends Doku down the box, and then Haaland takes the penalty. Everyone thought that was done and dusted goal, but got blocked. And then, I think that the announcement mentioned that is Haaland's 3rd penalty miss in his career.
Yeah.
Or I was City or his career. I could be wrong on that. But anyhow, 28th minute, Haaland redeems himself. Mateus Nunes crosses the box. Haaland heads it, goes in, goal 1-0. 37th minute, Van Dijk scores a header, but is disallowed because, as the VAR says, Robertson was offside.
Yeah.
And then I know we'll be talking a little bit about that VAR call, but then 47th minute deflection goal. Nico shoots the ball, deflects off of first Van Dijk, and that goes in for 2-0. Second half, we have the 62nd minute. Doku does his little jinky jink and then scores into the box. That's 3-0.
Banger.
And Liverpool cannot respond. The game ends 3-0. So, Will, what stands out to you in that game?
Like I'm telling you, just everybody's precision, dude. But yeah, the thing that stood out was Jeremy Doku, man. This guy was cutting through these guys like butter. You know what I mean? It was beautiful to see. I mean, if it was last season, you would have said like, dude, stop using that. Like, you're getting caught up all the time. and I guess he did some fine tuning on that skill. And god damn it, dude, it shows. It's been showing, and damn that shot after that cut.
Yeah,
Yeah, we when we were at we were at the Fox and Hound with the Hollywood MCFC. That just everybody in the room like held their breath, and when that shit went in, god damn, bro,
yeah,
that place
erupted.
erupted, dude.
Yeah,
So it was just amazing to see a performance like that from Doku. That was badass, dude.
obviously Doku got man of the match, and you just see
Had to, right?
yeah, he had to. And I mean, like, that dude wanted the ball. That dude was hungry for the ball. He was finding space. Like, he was just he wanted the ball, and you could tell how bad he wanted that goal.
Yeah.
And then he got it, in the 60-second minute. But I mean, like, Doku's play in that game finally comes together. You know what I mean? Because as we were talking about, it's just like in the last year or two, it's just been this tired. He does it, like, the cut moves kind of getting a little bit tired. It's getting a little bit predictable. But for some reason, I just felt like things finally came together. You know what I mean? Like the juke move, just he was taking Connor Bradley to the cleaners. You know what I mean? He had nothing on that, and then just
And then also, I mean, Donnarumma, dude. God damn.
Donnie clean sheet.
Donnie clean sheets,
Fucking
bro.
Donnie clean sheet. Forget about it.
No, that guy, fuck, man. That guy's a beast.
He had
fucking
some
monster.
He had some pretty solid saves, and I mean, like, it would have been 4-0 if Alon converted that penalty. But I think also too, what stands out is that this is a different Liverpool team.
Yeah.
Definitely leaking goals. The defense just, I mean, like, they had like Connor Bradley was the left back that was available for them, and he had no answers for to how to clamp Doku. You know what I mean? Coming off of Liverpool did beat Real Madrid in the Champions League, but Doku was just spin cycle on freaking Connor Bradley.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like Liverpool had a lot of great chances, a lot of great saves by Donnarumma. Also, one thing, the Gakpo skies it, and then also Slaw misses wide.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So there just could not. It was just they couldn't find net. You know what I mean? Like, it was a combination of defense and also just like the top three can't just find the goal. You know what I mean?
Hey, I mean, then again, in the last 2 weeks, we gained Cherky back, so that's a big ass difference. You know what I mean? And we saw an appearance towards the end from Omar Marmouche. So it's like, oh shit, we're starting to get the big dicks back. You know what I mean? It's like those guys are fucking prime fucking players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to not have them for that long, it was like, okay, you start noticing the difference. But now that everybody's looking healthy except for Rodri, shit, we look fucking solid, bro.
Yeah, and that kind of comes back to how Pep lined up the team coming into this match. So to jog your memory, it was Doku, Foden, Central, Cherky on the right, Nico and Bernardo in midfield, O'Reilly on the left, Gavardiol, Diaz, and Nunez on the right. I think playing Foden centrally is the key right there, and that's what we've been clamoring on this podcast now for quite some time. You know what I mean? Like, last year that Pep was kind of playing him, kind of just floating him around on both sides of the wing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like, Pep, what are you doing? Just play Foden central. That's where he's meant to be.
Yeah.
And then he finally is getting that time because of the combination of the fact that KDB and Gundogan are gone now.
Yeah.
So he's just being pushed up into that role. But now we're seeing how much he can ball in that position. Obviously, we're going to be talking about the Dortmund result. That was his game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Showing that he's back, and being in the middle for him is where he's meant to be. And dare I say, he's showing some David Silva like abilities on the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he said that was one of his favorite players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you could see it. I don't think he's going to be like a KDB, a Gundogan style player. Like, you know what I mean? KDB is the best City player of all time, and I think Foden can top that. Like, I'm not sure, but he's going to be definitely contributing in his own way. And those David Silva style things where he can receive the ball, go, run at defenders, spread the ball around, and also take those, like, just like cut turn shots that he always does. You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean?
the
Like
left foot.
the
Yeah,
left foot, like those are the ways that we need him to produce. You know what I mean? So it's good to see him playing centrally.
and he's taking free kicks.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
that was pretty awesome.
Uh, I think there. I mean, we were talking about this that I think from what from just kind of like combing through Instagram and the conversations that people are having, that definitely a lot of City fans are uncertain about our winger situation right now. And it's saying uncertain is crazy because we have so many great wingers, right? But I mean, like I would say even up into this game, Doku's been underperforming expectations. Cherokee is hot and cold.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen like all this hate for Savinho now.
That was kind of weird, right?
Yeah, Savinho hate, and it's like, bro, he's like he's new to the squad. Like, why are we already deciding? Why are we always saying things that we should have sold him to like Tottenham?
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And like, it's like that's crazy. It's crazy, like crazy work to just like all of a sudden start shitting on a young player. Like, how old is he? He's like 20, 21, and like just came to the squad and already saying that he's not going to fit into the squad. Like, bro, give him some time.
Yeah, nah. When he barely joined, he was fucking killing it.
Yeah,
But now I guess since the consistency is not there, now people are starting to favor other players in that position. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
like
So,
Cherokee or whatever. But like we still need him. And it's just like the minute we see a dip in form, we start to make it some kind of existential problem, like where it's like, oh my God, he's just not that guy. And
replace him.
replace him. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, give him some time to fit into the squad. But like as I said, I think that the situation is that we need our wingers to kind of still keep getting into form, right? We need still getting familiar with the squad, but also just like keep bringing in. This is the game where we see Doku finally living up to expectations. Like we need just a little bit more time, and we're locking in at a time when I think it's going to be good. You know what I mean? Like we're already like what, like eight games unbeaten or
Yes.
whatever. Like we're like this is a strange time to be locking in. This like you know what I mean? Like the league is not going to be. Like we need to be in around the top three in January, February. Like, but right now we're 4 points behind Arsenal.
Yes.
I mean, we're sniffing top. They're sniffing the top right going like right before the holidays.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think that some of the conversation around about the wingers is a little bit hyperbole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we just need some a little bit more time. Get and find a rotation that works, because we're also going to be in the Champions League here when we come back from the international break. Like find a rotation that works, and we're definitely going to need Savinho. We're going to need Cherokee and we're going to need everyone on top of their game. And I just think I don't know. I just what I've just been seeing on social media that our like we're even talking mad crap on our wingers, and we're just starting to see people like we're just starting to see them come into form finally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Hey, shout out to George, man. He says on a real note, I'm glad you guys are back for real. Hey, man. That's nice to hear.
It's a D. I know it's he's a shout out George, a day
Shout
one
out to
follower,
George, brother.
And we appreciate you always being in the chat. You know what I mean? So so to keep moving on. So I think the backline situation is interesting, in a good way. I mean, like Nico O'Reilly, man.
Yeah.
That dude was balling
Keeping
too.
up with the Joneses, bro. You know what I mean? That guy's fucking
And you
good.
don't really see this on camera because he's such a young kid, but he's a big dude.
Oh yeah.
He's like 6'4", and he's not like a beanpole. He's 6'4", and like he's just a big tall dude.
Yeah.
And
And he can move fucking quick as fuck. So
and he was taking his shots too, and he could score some freaking screamers. Like
yeah.
And it's interesting that he was getting play at left back, which I guess is his other alternate position. I think a lot of people were hoping that he would be some kind of Rodri replacement.
So he was paired back there with Gavardio?
Yeah.
Shit.
Gavardio Diaz was the center back pairing.
Those are three big ass guys.
Well, Pep always prefers tall ass center backs, and that's the way it should be. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like we need dudes over 6'2".
Is Mateus Nunez that big?
Yeah, he's a tall ass dude.
Okay.
I don't have his height on in front of me, but Mateus Nunez is but Mateus Nunez with the cross and into Holland.
That's not. I mean, that's not the first time, bro.
Yeah,
He tends to do that a shitload and connect with Halan always right there, dude.
yeah.
So maybe that's why they like him right there. You know what I mean? Like
Well, I mean, like, what is our right back options really? I mean,
Rico Lewis.
Rico Lewis, which is he's just a different kind of player. You know what I mean?
Uh,
A different kind. You know,
Damn, I forgot Akanji's gone
Akanji's on loan to
to Inter.
Milan. Yeah,
Yeah,
Milan. Yeah,
that's crazy.
and so if you kind of look ahead to the summer window, I think Nathan Alke walks this summer.
Oh yeah, he was available too.
Yeah, so it's kind of a very superfluous situation on the back line, but I think Pep is going with Nunez as his preferred right back, obviously because of the height and some of the things he can do. Rico is fast and he can bomb up and down the wing and do some of those things like and maybe invert more into midfield than Mateus Nunez can. It just depends on what the game is, but definitely I still think right back is something we should keep looking ahead to in the January window, and maybe in the summer window, right? And then, but yeah, I mean, Mateus Nunez also is a player that his City future has been undecided, but you see him crossing balls in the box, making excellent contributions, and yeah, so big up Mateus Nunez. So and what does we said? Donnarumma. I think Donnarumma is low key my my favorite player right now.
he's
Donnie clean sheet.
he's something. He's something. He makes the fucking game very. You can see the passion in his playing. You know what I mean? And he'll do anything to make the team win, dude. So, I mean, he does some runs outside where you're like, here we go, another guy that runs outside of his box. But every time he does it, he's pretty much locked in on that shit. So I like that. I like that, dude. That guy's fucking huge, bro.
Yeah.
That guy's fucking huge.
So I think also a point of contention is the Virgil van Dijk disallowed goal on VAR. So did you have any thoughts on that, Will?
Yeah. Even if that wasn't, it would have been 3-1, dude. So who cares? But I've seen a lot of posts where a lot of shows are analyzing that situation, and everybody says it. Yeah, he ducked, he got out of the way, but the ball was headed towards his way to put him into play, so it's offside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not. It was a fucking screamer of a header, but
Loki, if you look back at that play, I think one thing is that Robertson kind of sells it offside because he ducked.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and he necessarily wasn't offside, but he just looks like he's in an offside position, and then that's what sells it. You know what I mean? And it's VAR fucks everyone over. You know what I mean? It fucks every team over. There's no team that has not been fucked over by VAR.
We should know.
Yeah, every team has been screwed over by VAR. Every person's been benefited by VAR. This is a moment where City's been benefited by VAR. You know what I mean? Like, even if it was a very dubious call, like, you know, if you look at it, like, you know what I mean? Is it or is it not? Right. But, you know, those things happen. VAR's not going away. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, so yeah, it's just a rare moment that VAR benefits us. But if it's short on the foot, we'd be complaining our heads off too.
Yeah.
If it was a closer game, but honestly, as you said, it would only would have been a 3-1 game. You know what I mean? So
it's just a bad luck for Liverpool.
Liverpool. Yeah,
I did that.
Yeah, see what you did there. See what you did there. Well, some other things to highlight too is that it was Pep's 1,000th game as a manager.
1,000th.
I didn't even know that. I was like, you know what? I haven't been in the pub in a long time. I'm just gonna go. It's Liverpool. I'm gonna go show up and say hi, what's up to the homies. Yeah. Then it's like, oh, Pep, 1,000th game. It's like, whoa! So I was meant to be here. Like I was meant to watch this at the pub. You know what I mean? And then, and we were both talking about this. That it would have been nice if Haaland got his 100th Prem goal.
That would have been 100th and 1,000th.
Yeah, in the same match.
99th goal.
Alas, 99th goal. A 99th goal is scored, but it's a dub against Liverpool of all teams. You know what I'm saying?
And from a missed penalty.
Yeah,
that's crazy, huh?
Yeah,
that took away his moment.
Yeah, he had it signed, sealed, delivered, or so we thought. But yeah, so those are some of the little things that there. As we mentioned, man of the match is Doku.
Yes.
So what are the where do we go from here? Well, in the league,
Man, we just it's always Arsenal that's the opponent from whoever needs to top the season. You notice that?
yeah,
And I guess here we go with the same dance again. You know, City
City and
and
Arsenal.
Arsenal. So 4 points ain't shit. You know what I mean? And Arsenal just barely had lost their first game of the season. So I don't know.
They drew Sunderland 2-2.
Yes. I guess
Still dropping points.
Yeah,
This-
still dropping points. There you go.
Yeah,
And I think, man, everybody keeps talking about that game. I need to see the highlights to that because Sunderland is,
Sunderland's fourth.
yeah,
They're flying
making
high.
noise, bro.
They're flying high. So yeah, I mean, once again, it's another City Arsenal, but we were counted out of the Premier League race. It was supposed to be a Liverpool Arsenal season where they were supposed to be dueling it out. But I think this is a very significant moment for City that we are back in the race, and I think it's pretty existential for Liverpool. They're how many games lost, consecutive losses now? I think it's like 3 or 4.
In the last month, there's been at least 3, dude.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, they've dropped a few matches, and what we're seeing is that Liverpool's win was more or less coming off the last burst of Klopp, and Slot was in charge. You know what I mean? Like that was the last bit of Klopp's team. Now we're seeing the Arne Slot era now, and it is what it is now. It's like that. It's kind of it's buckling, right? But I don't think necessarily it's at fire on a slot right now.
No,
but it's a drop. You know what I mean? It's a drop off, and it means that City's surging back into it, and we were written off. I think at the beginning of the season that it wasn't going to be our year. But as we've watched, you and I have watched many Premier League races together now against Arsenal.
Yes.
And we all know that, as we mentioned, January, February is when City locks into an unbeaten run, and and Arsenal, being who they are, Arsenal bottle jobs, right? They're first place, and they're there. You know what I mean? They're playing solid ball, but then all of a sudden the freight train from behind starts creeping up, and then they start shaking in their space boots, and then we just surge ahead of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's almost being written like that. You know what I mean? And it's almost like a psychological flaw in their squad.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean? That, like, sure, they're playing excellently, and also their fan base too, just how arrogant their fan base are. But they're playing real well. The good. Oh my god, it could have happened to a better fan base. That little inside agenda, the Gooners, right now. But that's just the thing. It's like they'll start seeing City surge from behind. They'll start getting shaky. They'll drop a few games, and then we're right back. And we're Premier League winners. So I think it does restore a lot of confidence in our race. And because I didn't have City to win it this year. You know what I'm saying? I would like still, obviously City to still be in the top 4 and to be competitive, but there's still a lot of parts that still need to come together, as we're mentioning, with our wingers, and a lot of people still need to return to the squad. But this game does show that City just can't be counted out.
Of course, Liverpool came from a Real Madrid win in the Champions League before playing against us. You know what I mean? And that just comes to say the how do you say it? Not the skill level, well, the form that these teams are in right now. You know what I mean? And that being Real Madrid losing to Liverpool 1-0. You know, so and then coming to play us, kind of a tough schedule for them, but then again, it's Liverpool and they should have won. But man, what a fucking win! What a fucking win.
So I'm in the Instagram chat, and your boy Brownie says you missed out if you didn't watch that game, Arsenal versus Sunderland.
Oh, I know, dude. I need to watch the highlights because it's all over Instagram, dude. It's all over Instagram, and especially the way the homeboy tied the game at the last second.
Yeah. Some other interesting results from the weekend was that United drew Tottenham 2-2. That one kid just can't get a break, man. He's not going to get his haircut.
Oh, the dude with the haircut.
Yeah, I think his name's Frank or something like that.
He looks like a fucking buffalo right now.
He's that's just the weirdest hair type to say that challenge. You know what I mean? It's like just like super curly, and it looks like the hair's growing upward to this guy. And
Braid that shit or something, dude.
yeah,
Like, fuck.
yeah.
Did you see that? I saw about 2-3 weeks ago. He put a post and somebody attacked him. Yeah, somebody attacked him. Another United fucking fan, and apparently he like started playing with his hair.
Oh yeah,
And he got frustrated. He started pulling on that shit.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Fuck you! You just want attention. This is not even about the team. You're just a fucking
Glory hunter.
hunter and all this shit." And I was like, "Damn, that's fucked up, bro." That was
and I
crazy.
think the kid is from Manchester. He's like, he goes to the matches and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not just like your typical Arsenal fan from Surrey or whatever, Sussex, some
Yeah,
other
yeah.
part of it's England. Not you're from around the corner. All right. Then what's it? Brentford beat Newcastle 3-1,
Oh yeah.
and then Aston Villa beat Bournemouth 4-0. I was catching some of that match
Okay.
before. So the Premier League standings as follows is Arsenal still in first, 26 points. City behind, 4 points behind, 22. Chelsea 20 points in third place. Sunderland is in fourth. Tottenham in fifth. United in seventh, and Liverpool and United and Liverpool
Hey,
tied.
there you go. The United traditional 7th place every
Damn,
season.
I was like, that's like the first time United's been above Liverpool in like ages. So but Arsenal and United and Liverpool are is seventh and eighth and
Who-
tied with 2 points.
This would put who is Oasis though?
Who is it? George is Oasis. just some 90s band. George, don't mind it.
That's
But anyhow, so that's the Premier League wrap up. I know it's been a while since we've podcasted, right?
Yes.
But I think a result to kind of go back and look back on is the Champions League match against Dortmund. City beating Dortmund 4-1. Foden with 2 goals, Haaland with the goal, Cherky with the goal. Will, if you recall, what are your thoughts about that Champions League match?
Oh, that Cherky came back and scored. That was badass.
Yeah,
that was my new crush, bro. Was Cherky.
I think it's a lot of everyone's man crush now is
Yeah,
Cherky
He's badass
because of that
dude.
goal.
Yeah. So other than that, that's when you start seeing things kind of come up and players come back. So I'm glad that it is the way that it is now. So, but other than that, that was a badass win. Champions League, baby. We're not doing bad.
Yeah. Low key though, I think seeing how good Haaland is doing, I want the black kit, the black Man City kit, black Haaland Man City kit. I think I'm gonna get. That's gonna be my Christmas present to myself.
There was a dude that had it at not with the Haaland, but there was a dude that had it at the pub when we were there.
Yeah. Sorry, just a second with that. Some technical difficulties. Will's mic. Just don't move. Don't move. All right. Good. Talk.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good. All right. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, I mean 4-1 against Dortmund, a very classic Champions League team. Dortmund being finalists. Was it now 2 years ago? A year ago? 2 years ago? And City have an interesting road ahead. When we come back from the international break, we play Leverkusen on the 25th.
Ooh.
And then we play Real Madrid on December 10th.
Oh shit.
Bodo Glimt on the 20th, and then we wrap up group stage or the beginning stage against Galatasaray on the 28th. So we still have 2 difficult Champions League opponents, but I see us definitely making it through, obviously. But Real Madrid's obviously the more difficult pick of from pot 1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but definitely a statement victory coming off the fact that we are. I forgot our form going into that match, but it wasn't good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we had maybe drawn one. I think did we lose one in the Champions League? I forget. But it definitely coming back against a good team. We have 2 difficult opponents, and yeah, still making progress in the Champions League. Any final thoughts, Will, about the Champions League?
Can't wait. Can't wait. Let's get this fucking international break over and get back to business, please.
Yeah.
I fucking hate.
Why do we always come back and it's it's international break? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So George is moving mad in the chat. 90s, damn, you're old, brother. Will, you're good. And Madrid, we must beat the referees first.
That's a
right,
good one,
said
Brownie.
Fred.
I like
Brownie
that.
boy. Brownie boy. All right.
That's funny.
Yeah. So that wraps up Champions League. Also, this is a good point in the podcast to tell you guys to follow at Hollywood Kippax, Hollywood Kippax official on Instagram, and then Hollywood Kippax across all the other social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever. TikTok, Zhongzhu. We're
Oh
totally
yeah, damn! I
sleeping
haven't
on
been on there in a while. I gotta log in, dude.
sleeping on a Chinese
Yes.
City fans, fans of the podcast. So we're everywhere. Hollywood Kipbacks. Look us up. Follow us. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate everyone who's been sticking with us all this time. I know we've kind of been spotty with our things, but we are locking in from here on out. Monday nights,
Yes.
8 p.m. We are going to be here,
Yes.
giving you guys premium content.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so moving into some city news, we have a few fair few to talk about. So Bernardo May's 100th UCL appearance against in the Dortmund game for City.
Mhm.
So it kind of maybe gets more into how is Bernardo meeting expectations this season? What are your thoughts about Bernardo? Because I know we were talking about being uncertain about him being the captain.
I seriously don't know the situation with that guy. I mean, he's still here, but that's pretty much it I can say about Bernardo Silva.
Yeah,
He's here.
he's here.
You know what I mean? He's here. That's it. That's all I can say. As it comes for when it comes to like ball distribution and overall like skill and form, I mean, he, like I said, he's just on the pitch, bro. There's nothing special I see about Bernardo Silva anymore, other than he's the last Beatle in the band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, other than that, that's pretty much it, brother. Yeah, I'm surprised he's still here.
Yeah, I mean,
Barcelona.
we say that about him every year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm so surprised he's here. We've been saying that now for like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just surprised here. So surprised here. But from interviews that I've seen, is that he does want to put an effort. You know what I mean? And I do see that he is going harder. I think last season, I think one of my gripes to them is that he wasn't really going 100%. He was going like 80 or 90%. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't really. He just looked tired. He is getting up there in age for a player like what he just turned 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that he's just like not that kind of player that he was in the treble season. But I think this game, I didn't really have any like. I guess I would say what in terms of a player rating, I give him maybe like 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. You know what I mean? He was not negative on the ball. You know what I mean? He was.
Like I'm saying, there's nothing bad to talk about him, but there's nothing special to talk about him either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, he's the last Beatle in the band, and that's all we can. Well, that's what we can admire right now is that he's still here. You know what I mean? He's been here since he came from AS Monaco, and I mean, back then he was the Real Madrid assassin. Remember that?
Yeah.
And now it's like he's more of a mentor for the lads or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? But your boy Brownie says Bernardo's been good, lads. Don't think we should let him go. He's an all-around player. We can't replace him. Hey, you know what I mean?
That's what we said about Aguero until we replaced him with Juan.
Damn.
But I mean,
Aguero, we miss you, dog.
Yeah. He started off for this.
The hero.
Us. Yeah.
The hero.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like, all players are destined to get old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I
you
like
can say the same thing about
I have
Kevin De Bruyne.
I have no complaints. I have no complaints about Bernardo in this match.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wasn't. Yeah. He was there. He was there.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and I'm sure the stats could lend itself how many touches he had or whatever. Like, it's like he wasn't detracting from the play. You know what I mean? So that's all we can really hope for.
He slows the game down a lot now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's true.
In good ways, though. Like, sometimes you can't just be running like chickens with your heads cut off.
Oh, a stat that I saw that's interesting, seeing how that we're kind of changing up the play. I think how Pep's changing up the play is that there's a stat. So, this season, there's out of the 11 matches we've played, 4 games we've had less than 50% possession.
Wow.
In the past, I think it was what, the 21-22 season. We
Yeah.
had 5 games over the course of the entire season where we had less than 50% possession.
Mhm.
We're already 11 games into the season, and we've already had 4 games where. Do you think that's switching up? Pep switching something up that we're not a possession based team anymore? Or we're content to let the other team have the ball, and we
Well, against Liverpool, it didn't look like it. You know what I
we
mean?
had a lot of possession.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
So
But yeah, I guess it all depends on the situation.
yeah, I don't know. I see us always having a lot of possession. Always having
Yeah.
possession. I mean, if we didn't
That's
have
Pep Guardiola
possession,
ball.
yeah, possession and a lot of passing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah. Uh, looking into it, we already talked about Foden's position, how Foden is best played centrally, and
Yeah.
how he's stepping into his role this year. Nico O'Reilly making some excellent contributions. City wingers, I just think the Savinho conversation is a little bit crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
where are we talking about like Savinho not being up to that scratch like that? Let's just pump the brakes, City
He's just
fans.
going through that Goku phase. I mean, Goku.
Goku,
Doku. Fuck it, let's call him Goku. Shit.
Goku.
Hey, he goes, man.
We gotta get that Goku edit, that Goku Doku edit.
Yeah, but yeah, he's just going through that where he needs to go back and sharpen up his tools. You know what I mean? That's all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah, and I mean, what could be said about Haaland having this year? Haaland is just having a great season. You know what I'm saying?
Is fucking Haaland. God damn it. Fucking love that guy.
Haaland has 19 goals, obviously the most in the squad at the moment. You know who's in second place?
Let's see.
Player and goal amount
Behind Haaland.
behind Haaland.
Damn, I couldn't even tell you. Doku?
Foden.
Phil Foden, huh?
Guess how many goals?
Let's go with 6 goals.
He has 4 goals.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hey, he scored 2
in Dortmund against Dortmund.
Oh, okay, yes. There
Yeah,
you go.
he had a brace, and then I think there's another game where he had another brace, so he's had 2 braces. I forget. But who's in third?
Doku.
Doku. How many
Yes.
goals?
I would say 6.
No, 3.
Damn it.
And it's a split between Doku and Cherokee. Both have 3 goals.
Damn, 19 goals, dude.
19 goals, and Foden has 4, so there's 15 clear of the second best. I mean, I think one thing to also say is, like, I mean, are you concerned that Haaland's the only one scoring goals?
No, that's his job.
That's his
why
job.
we bought him.
That's the job. That's why we bought.
That's why we bought him. That's why he's there. He's doing it.
Yeah. I would like to see more. Obviously, I like to see more players score and spread the goals across the team, right?
Uh-huh.
And have more goal contributions from other players. But it's still early in the season. You know what I mean? I guess having 4 goals at this point in the season for a player is okay. You know what I mean? Like, considering the averages, but Haaland's just outperforming the average, and we're just seeing a crazy. And yeah, everyone thinks about his first season, the treble season.
Sheesh.
And when he was just balling his brains out then, and then he kind of had the 4 in a row season. He was injured for a lot of it, and then came back and had a pretty decent season. Last season was definitely difficult, but now he's back and he's putting up insane numbers, right? And just it speaks to where he's at right now. I mean, he's 19 goals, all competitions, and he's just a goal scoring machine, which you could only hope for. But I think it's just fighting. Hopefully other players lock in, we can find and start spreading those goals throughout the squad, right? So that if we lose them at some point, we're not like bottoming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So your boy Brownie asked the question: what do you think of Kolo Touré and Pep Leinartz? Those are the 2 coaches into the squad. Two new coaches. I think that is. I think they're excellent additions to the squad. You know what I mean? Definitely Kolo Touré being back in the mix, because I know the Touré brothers have had a little bit of a, how should I say, a rocky relationship with Pep. I know doesn't really have the best. Touré doesn't have the best relationship with Pep, but to see them into the fray, definitely welcome it for sure. Penny Morris, 5 a.m. for me, but up the Blues. It's 5 a.m. over in the UK.
Hey.
And
good morning.
Penny's here for it. Thank you, Penny. Shout out from LA. All right. And just a kind of an injury update. So Kovacic has been out. as we all know. And
Oh
then
shit.
Rodri is to be back soon.
Man, I
Any
feel
day
bad for
now.
that guy, dude.
Rodri,
Yeah.
thigh injury. Yeah,
Like when nobody comes back the same after an injury like that, dude. So, and you can tell it lets him down. You know,
he feels like he
it's
he
like
wants to
when
be on
you
the
see
pitch.
Superman in that episode where he dies to Doomsday. It was like, oh shit, like he is human. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
but man, well, who knows? Well, hopefully we see him get back into the Rodri form that we knew. You know what I mean?
when he comes back, which
Yeah.
the date was the 22nd, so he should be coming back after the international break.
Yeah.
And I know he was withdrawn from the last international break. He was withdrawn from international duties. So, yeah. So, which leads us to an unfortunate bit of news that it is an international break.
Boo.
But what things that we can look ahead to is Newcastle, as you said, on the November 22nd, Leverkusen on the 25th of this month, and then Leeds on November 29th. So right back in the Champions League. But previewing those three results, Newcastle on November 22nd. How you feel about that, Will?
That's always a good ass game.
Yeah.
They give us a run for our money. So, and then they've been balling too. I mean, shit. Without Isak, it's not like they had a decline or anything at all. So it should be a good game. I'm excited about that one. Do we know the time on that?
No, I know it's 8:30.
8:30, huh?
Yeah.
Is it Sunday or Saturday?
Saturday. I think
Gee.
Ipkiss, shout out the prodigal son,
The prodigal son.
mentioned something about a Cosm visit, a visit to Cosm.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, hey, that could be.
I've never been to Cosm.
I haven't been there either.
Yeah.
That would be fun. But yeah.
All right. Leverkusen, when we come back, what are your thoughts about that, Will?
Also, fucking good ass game. You know what I mean? That should be fucking interesting, especially for. Oh no. That was he came from Frankfurt.
Eintracht Frankfurt, Marmouche.
Yeah. Oh, well, back to the Bundesliga for him. Let's see if we can see some bangers from him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Score on some
To see if
Bundesliga
Omar
opponents.
Marmouche can.
Definitely I mean, as I said, Leverkusen and Real Madrid are definitely the tougher picks from pot one, and we have them in this last part of the month. And on December 10th is Real Madrid. So yeah, but I definitely a statement victory after the Dortmund victory. I'm confident that we can get through this stage, and I'm still getting used to this Champions League format. I hate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I miss the old format.
Yeah.
It's just easy to understand group stage play, and you kind of how you progress in the competition. But it's like, to me, it's just like, okay, well, we're playing more teams, but we're just playing more football. That's all it is. More games to watch, sure, but it's like, but it takes away the group stage dynamic and whatnot. And it's just, to me, it's just, I still don't get it. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Whatever season this is.
Newcastle, Saturday, November 22nd, 9:30.
9:30. Okay.
I think we hit the pub again.
Yeah, definitely. I'd rather go to the pub than.
Yeah.
I know. I was so many things about Cosm.
I've heard a lot of good things, but I've heard a lot of expensive things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they don't got Frankie on tap.
No Frankie on tap. No Francis Connor on
That's a red flags for me.
on tap, and no homies.
There you go.
All right. Okay. That about wraps it up on my agenda. Will, is there any burning thoughts? Any things you saw in your travels?
Just shout out to everybody that said what's up to us at the Fox and Hound. I don't know anybody much there except for the people that I know on Instagram. And when you walk in and they give you such a welcoming fucking handshake, and we got one of our winners from our jerseys,
Omar. Yeah.
Omar, shout out to Omar. He bought us a pint.
Yeah,
because he recognizes how far we came from, and Amy and Kate and the homegirl that gave us the poster,
Bernadette.
You know what I
OG.
mean? She gave us a beautiful
Danny.
poster. We're gonna put right here, Danny Warrenbart. Everybody, dude, like we kind of forgot why we do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We kind of forgot why we do it, and to have that win and to be around all those people, it was like, dude, what are we doing? Let's get back to this shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm glad that it hit you the way it hit me. Because
Yeah.
to me, it was like, even people we didn't know. We have some some future guests lined up that we met.
Yeah.
Jim and Paul that we met, and
Yeah.
oh, dude, that's why we're like,
And
oh,
definitely the in-person episode at the Fox and Hounds
Yeah.
is probably going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to happen. We're going to aim for it in the spring.
yeah,
And try to figure it out, but definitely going to happen in the spring. Let's do that. But like, yeah, as I said, that, because we've been busy, you know what I mean? Not gonna lie. Like I'm kind of, we're both, first of all, we're both musicians,
yes,
and both separate projects, but both musicians. I just released my second album in October.
congratulations.
And then I'm also a runner, and I just posted like 2 weeks ago. I just posted PRs. Are really promising. I'm trying to qualify for the Boston Marathon, so I'm doing a lot of running in my off hours. And like, to be honest, like I've been running in the morning, and like I just get the updates on my phone from the city games. Like if someone scores, like I'll see who scored and whatnot. So I haven't really been watching the games. And then but then it's like, you know what? I haven't been to the pub in a minute. I want to go. And just to see the reaction that people there care for us, and that people were noticing, hey, you guys posted in a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, this just kind of tells us that, like, we carved out a spot, and people do recognize that we weren't there. And I think, yeah, definitely it ignited something within me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And here we are, and we're gonna lock in Monday night, 8
Yes.
p.m. is the time slot, and
Yes.
so we're gonna be here, and we're gonna keep going, because we love this squad, man. We love this team, man.
Yeah.
And we got a good community behind us, and we appreciate everyone here, everyone in the chat that supported us, and and take it to the next level.
Yes, sir.
So so this is a podcast that supports the best team in the land,
The best team in the world.
Come on, City. Come on, City. Come
You
on.
know.
International break. Get some rest. We come back at it. Champions League, Premier League. Come on. It's going to be biblical, man. Cheers. Have a good night.
See you next week.